No, since this conference will be mostly done in English, I'm switching to English.
You here at Genesis Moscow conference, and my name is Maria Popova. I'm general manager of Digital October, and now I'd like to welcome our host. It's Dmitri Sarle, CEO of Arctic Startup.
Hey guys. All right. Hey, thank you, Mary. As I was introduced, my name is Dmitri Sarle. I'm CEO of Arctic Startup. It's the biggest media about startups in the Nordics and Baltics. We also organize events professionally. Our biggest one is 1,500 people. So normally, my day-to-day job is actually organizing events like these. And from that, I learned a few things about events and how people go to events. So in these first 15 minutes, I actually want to talk about something other than blockchain, but about events and how you guys can make the most out of today and any other event. So why did I come here is a good question for me. I didn't actually know anything about the event until maybe last week. But what I did know is that blockchain is a very interesting technology for me. And I also knew, or actually found out 1.5 weeks ago, that I invested into Ethereum. And I forgot about it completely. Not a lot of money, but I realized that I made 100 times, I think, from what I invested. I really wanted to figure out why the hell that happened. So I came here to learn as well, and to learn from you guys and from our amazing speakers. But what I want to know is, why are you guys here? Let's be interactive. Why are you here? Anybody? For education? Okay, good. What else? Why are you here? Hype? Good. Insights? Network? Make money? I like that answer. Somebody knows what he wants. What else? Okay? And I think that is, the thing. When I ask the same question, that's usually the answer. Money, network, fun, education. But here it's a bit different. I really want you guys to treat events differently, right? So I'm going to give you some tips. And as I said, many people come for content. Some people come for networking. And other people come for the parties, which is always fun. But I think that you guys need to treat events differently, right? I really believe that events is like any other business process out there. Events are about coming there and making sure that you use it to make a profit for yourself personally or for your company. And unfortunately, people don't treat events like that. You guys buy the tickets, you show up, you spend the day here, you go home, and you pretty much do nothing else. And I want to give you a few tips on how you can change that for any event. First of all, an event is like a test platform, right? When you go to an event, you can do everything for yourself or in your company. You can meet investors, you can do PR and marketing, you can talk to a competition, you can do HR, you can hire people, you can do sales, right? But if you don't know what you want, it's not going to happen. 92% of all startups and companies fail miserably, completely. And I think it's the same for events. 92% of all attendees that come to events fail completely and miserably. And the reason they fail is because they forget to hustle. They forget to really push their event experience to the limit. We know Gary Vaynerchuk very well. He is an investor in my company. And he tells you a lot about how to hustle, how to really push things to the limit. Right? So when you're here today, one thing I want you to ask you to do is meet new people. I bet that most of you are sitting next to somebody you know right now, if you came with, not alone. So one, don't do that. Never sit next to people you know. Another tip that I want to give you for today is to make 5 new connections, at least, in this day. And in 6 months, try to make 1 deal out of this event, whether that's hiring somebody, whether that is talking to a competition, whether that is making an investment, or getting a story published. Aim for that. If you aim for that, you have much more chance to get it happen. Of course, we are at the event, but I want to give you some tips for future events. When I go to events, I spend 3 hours preparing for every 1 hour at the conference. Then I can get the most out of it. Clearly, we're already here, so that's a little bit too late. But at the same time, when you go to other events, think about that. Professional teams do that all the time, and then you can get a lot out of it. We get speakers, investors, we get new friends. We went to Dublin Web Summit. We made a €50,000 deal on the spot because we were preparing. We knew who we want to talk to. And to do that is very simple. You put measurable goals, like I gave you, like how many people you want to meet, how many business cards do you want to give out, who are your targets, who are the exact people you want to meet. when we prepare, we spend about a day just listing all the people that might be there and figuring out who are the key people that we really want to meet. And we put them down, we list them, we figure out how to contact them, we get in touch in advance, and then we try to get them to meet us. And of course, it's important to not pitch. I think this is most important, right? I think a lot of people come to events, and when they talk to anybody, they immediately start talking about themselves, about your company, right? And I think that's the wrong approach, right? It's like when you're in a bar with a girl, you don't come up to the girl and be immediately like, hey, marry me, right? That doesn't happen. It's not a very good pickup line. So when you come here and you go, like, hey, I'm from this company, I'm looking for this, give me money. They're not going to give you money. You're just like everybody else then. Nobody gives a shit, right? You need to push the limits, but you need to also understand that people, they're social beings and they care about themselves more than they care about you. So instead of pitching your company all the time, ask people questions, right? Ask them about what they do, what makes them interested in blockchain, why are they here, what brought them here, how are they planning to use this event, etc. Make meaningful connections and stop pitching your company. Then you might have a chance to really make good friends and meet a lot of people. That helped us to, again, make Gary our investor and also meet a lot of key people at our conferences. But most important is to be human in that. All right. Another thing you can do is you can start secret Telegram groups. I know Telegram is very popular here. Pavel is a good friend of mine as well, but I still don't use Telegram for some reason. But you guys make Telegram, WhatsApp groups, and talk to each other. If you meet somebody cool, suggest somebody else to meet them, make connections, make it happen. Ask for introductions. If there's a lot of people that know each other, ask them to introduce you to their friends. Right? Make them boast out of it. Because this event is really not just a conference. Right? What we're trying to achieve with this event, and I've been talking to the organizers a lot, is that we're trying to make this a meetup and an experience. Right? So we have the great speakers, we have the great people here talking to you about blockchain, but something really cool unites all of you with blockchain. So use it as a meetup, as a networking opportunity, right? Instead of just a conference. And this is the kind of feeling we really want to make sure you have. So the way that's going to be structured is that we're going to have sessions here in this room, but it will also have an opportunity to network during the breaks. So use those to the max. You can also start using Twitter and other social media to attract people, to say what you do, to really use the hashtags. Another thing that you can do, of course, is take a beautiful picture with this lizard here and use the hashtags I had at the first slide, and then you can win really cool prizes and also tickets to the next event. Right. Now, to the content, blockchain. For me, personally, I don't know enough blockchain. If I would put myself on a scale of 1 to 10 of how knowledgeable I am on blockchain, I would say about 5. So I want to ask you guys to get a feel for the audience. Who thinks here that they are an expert in blockchain? I'm not going to raise my hand. Okay, 1. Well, you guys should raise hands, I think. Okay, what about, you're kind of okay, average, you know a little bit, you have some cryptocurrencies and some wallets and stuff like that. All right, and who here knows nothing but was just interested to find out more? You raised your hand for every single question. I pay attention. All right. Well, we have people, as you can see, from all different things. And for me, that's the most important thing, because when I look at blockchain, I actually see a lot of experts and a lot of people that know the industry really well. And I think that's a good thing, but that's also a problem, because I think the really creative and really interesting solutions always come from cross-industry. So I really encourage you guys to also talk to people who are not interested in blockchain and try to bring them in and use other words than blockchain and cryptocurrencies, because that's complicated for a lot of people. But anyways, today, we're going to have some really cool stuff for you guys. So we're going to have a new cryptocurrency announcement. We're going to have some really cool announcements in terms of what we can do in terms of education in cryptocurrencies. We'll also talk about one of the biggest ICOs ever done here at this event. So there'll be a lot of cool content, and I really hope that you guys are ready for it. Please be interactive, ask us a lot of questions, talk to our speakers, because this is a very small hall, so everybody is accessible and everybody can become your friend. All right, enough about me, enough about events. Let's get going. Are you guys ready? Man, come on. This is I live in Finland, in Helsinki, and this is the kind of result I expect in Finland, Helsinki, because everybody is very introverted, right? But in Russia, I expect a little bit more. Come on. Are you guys ready? Yeah. All right.